Hello everybody, it's Dio here from Firm But Fair Gaming, bringing you another BellWright video. Today we're going to be taking a look at my attempts for passive Renown farming and their varied success. So for this we are going to be utilizing our companions, our followers, so we're like our people here. We're going to be utilizing the guard status where they patrol an area and they're going to engage with bandits and kill them on our behalf and farm some Renown for us. So we have two different bases set up. One is fairly simplistic and one is sophisticated. So without further ado, let's take you to them. So here we are at our first bandit camp, or as I want to call it, my first bandit farm camp. So we have 5 houses here. I think I only have 9 people, but that's all right. So we got a couple chests, and everybody is just wandering around, hanging out. But they are going to be set to guards. Currently, they're just set to workers. But we will set them to guards here shortly. And so basically, the reasoning that I picked this spot here is I have my travel sign here. There are 2 paths that come through to this camp, and this is only a rank 1, so it should be easier for them to fight and farm at. And this path here is from a camp 3, so that will be a little bit more geared of a bandit patrol that is going from here to here. But from this pathway here, as I've farmed this one quite regularly, and I noticed that they go on this path all the way through here, and it is significantly less geared than this path. So this is about 2 to 3. Patrols on this side could be anywhere from 4 to 6 sometimes. Generally more on the 4 side, but they have more armor and whatnot. And so I want more casual farms, which is why we've selected this location. They'll come right through these trees here and walk right into the base, and then they will get outnumbered and killed, and we will gather up some free renown. So you might be wondering how I have them set up after I have them built. Basically, these guys, they do not forage, they do not craft anything, they have no jobs here. So if I go to their buildings, it is just houses and chests. So they just stand here, they patrol the area when they are set to guard mode. They are set to workers when they have been killed in battle, so when they've fallen so that they don't die the next time they fall in combat, as well as just to have them heal up. There's no point in having that. And then we do deliveries. So on a weekly basis, I am sending them potatoes, radishes, and onions so they can remain being fed. I might as well add a simple arrows order here as well for the archers, so it will come from my main base. And we'll just do a weekly, and they can send, we'll send them 2 arrows every week, and that's basically all it is. They stay out here and just hang out on guard mode, eat, kill, and be merry. We actually have a patrol coming in, so now I can quickly show what it looks like in action. I'm going to turn them all to guard mode. And we can hear some fighting, so let's run over here while we do this. It may not even last that long, because there's only 2 bad bandits, so then they just go all surge them. And this is kind of why I have this set up, so there's a free 25 renown there. And like I said, these guys are less geared, so they're half naked, and they're just going to get zerged down, and that was 50 renown. And now everybody's all still alive, everybody's in good spirits. The only thing that doesn't happen is they don't collect the loot, so seeing as I'm here, I'll do that. Oh nice, they brought us some arrows. But it's not a big deal for me if they don't collect the loot. I just want the renown. I have more than enough gold, and I can craft everything else because I have all my other farms set up. So this is just about the renown, but that's basically how it works. They're set to guard mode. I would already have them set up. I just had them as workers so that I could show for the sake of the video. But this is how this camp works, and this one does very well. They don't die as often. I have another one I'm about to show you that doesn't perform nearly as well because it is in a much tougher location. But on this one, I easily get a few hundred points of renown every single day. Some days are better than others, but it all depends on the patrol activity. Welcome to our second bandit farm location. So as you can see already, this is way more sophisticated than the other ones that we walked through. So to just go over how this came about is When I was doing my Bandit Renown farming, I found that this was a very good location, hence the 3 fences there, because there's path between that camp and this base up here, as well as these guys also would sometimes patrol out, and also we have the wheat farm, so it's just a lot of activity. So I thought this would be a great place to build. And so at first we started off with having a guard post, and then we also had fences around it with a couple, just a single, 2 guys here, just one tent, this tent here, and or a bunch of chests for sending them arrows. But we found quickly that they couldn't shoot over top of the fence, or they just walk up to the fence and then get stabbed over top of the fence and die because they like to wander up point blank, or when they were shooting at range, they just kept hitting the fence, and so we were going through a ton of arrows. So we're trying to figure out what to do next, and then had an encounter, I think at the main base, and a guy got caught on the weapon rack like so, and so I was like, okay, maybe that'll work. So then we decided to build a whole bunch of weapon racks. It was ridiculously expensive in wood and in rope, and we did a single tier, and then we found that they would just walk up and try to shoot point blank and again get stabbed over top. So we created a second ring for defense here, and this would help keep them so that, they'd wander only so close. But as you can see, I can kind of walk over, which is a bit of the problem with this, is just if you get on the right spot, you kind of walk over, and it happens from time to time, so that they were getting into the ring and killing my archers. So then we brought out even more troops, and so we have, I believe, 8 or 9 troops that are sitting here and farming away. So overall, the farm has been going okay. It's not as great as I would have expected. And the reason being is we are between a tier 2 camp, a tier 3, and that is probably a 3 as well. So the bandits that engage here, one, they are more heavily geared, and they are larger packs. So here they sometimes are in packs of 4 to 6, and it can be a very busy spot, and you can have multiple patrols that wander into this at one time, and then they're outnumbered, and then they go down. So, and then when they're down, they take 2 days. The first day they're healing, and then the next day they might be back to normal, and you don't want them to be injured and on guard duty, because if they go down again, it increases the likelihood of them dying. So all that to say that this is a very busy spot. Oh, sweet, I am now Protector of Padstow. That means we'll go liberate that soon. So this is a very busy spot, and now I'm going to cut to just to show you how busy it is and how this particular spot works in action. So just to show you this in action, we got a patrol up there. And everybody, currently, they are not set to guard mode because I didn't want them to be off being dumb. So here we're just going to set everybody to guards and start dodging some arrows. I quickly get everybody converted here. You can see them off fighting up there. And as you can see, we already got some Renown, and they're just going to go charging up. So let's just go take a look and watch them in action. And this is kind of how this would go. They would do this on their own. As you can see, this is why this one's not quite as good, because they are more geared, they have better armor, bandits that is. So we've just taken out a few, I've done nothing here, and they just wiped out 4 guys. So it was a nice little pickup of the Renown there. And then if I go to our population, and so we're down 2. So these guys will respawn tomorrow, and then they'll be out of commission for like 2 days. But it was actually a pretty good encounter for them. They outnumber them 9 to 4, and they were able to take them all out. Looks like we have another fight going on down here. And like I said, this is where this might be a little bit bad for them, because it's a bit of a busy spot. They end up running all over the place and getting themselves into trouble. I'm not even going to help out here, just to see how they do. So we just lost another one there. The archers are going to town. Let's just watch. There goes another one, unfortunately. And like I said, this is just kind of proving why this isn't the most ideal. I need to get higher strength on these individuals, and it looks like they might have all lost now that I'm looking around. So I guess I will interject. But this is the problem that I have. It's a little bit too busy, and they're just not quite skilled enough to handle this, so I will just maybe get my ass kicked as well. We have one guy left. But anyway, so that just kind of proves the point as to why this isn't quite working out as well as I would like. There are just a little bit too many pats that come through, and they can come through all at once before people heal up, and they got a little bit split up there, and then as soon as a couple of them go down, then they really get outnumbered, and it becomes not a good situation. So now when I go check out our little thing, we have 2 people left. There's no point in them being guards. We'll turn them back to workers, so that way they will hide in buildings, and then in a couple days time when everybody wakes up and are healed, then we can turn them back to guards, and then they would fight on their own. On average, I get about 200 or so. When at this location, I get about 200 or so free renown before everybody's out of commission. I need to increase their strength, so a lot of them don't have high enough strength, and I'm also researching better tech for weapons and armor, and once I get that in and they have higher strength numbers, because a lot of them are just probably 2 strength. I mean, we can just take a quick peek. It's not as high as I would like. I really want to get it up. Well, what do we have? So there's a couple 3s. I mean, see some 1s. So we want to get that up and ideally have probably everybody with 5 strength just for the hit points, as well as to get them some better armor. So that was kind of why I've moved away from this one, and instead they sit primarily at my other bandit location where they are equally or slightly better geared, and then they have the numbers so they live a lot longer. So it is almost nighttime here, and just another thing that I wanted to show. Just when you go to sleep, they can farm the renown while you're sleeping, which is a nice little gift when you wake up. So here we are, it is 2200, so 10 o'clock, so we can go to bed. So we are at 3,374 renown. We will go to sleep, and let's see how they fared through the night. You could also wake up and find out that they're all dead, which happens here and there. So let's find out. Oh, day 100, here we go. And survey says we are at 3,979 renown. So they gained, oh, now they're at 4,000. Wow, how did they do? Let's see. 3 of them got knocked out. 1 is currently fighting. I think that means they're fighting a wild animal. When it's like, nope, they're currently fighting a battle right now as one of them just went down. Let's see how they're going to fare. This is kind of exciting, but also not good news because some of them are not engaged. Let's just double check. Not on guards duty, not on. Turn them all onto guard duty here. See if they'll help with their friends. Up, another one went down. I mean, this is all right though. I mean, they did very well. They got almost 700 renown for us while we're sleeping. I wish I was there to see what was going on. I believe another one just went down. That's all right. They did very well throughout the night. We have 3 left. So, oh, they just killed one. As you can see, we got 25. We go to the map. Can I even see what they're fighting? Doesn't look like it, but look at all those loot bags. Maybe I'll pay a visit and see what we won later. But, oh, they just killed another. So now we're up to almost 4,064. So that's like 700 in that little bit there. So anyways, just wanted to show you that. That was actually fairly exciting. Obviously, a bunch of them got knocked out, and it looks like I'm going to have Raid City here that I got to deal with. And we'll turn the rest of them off here because so many of them went down. We'll put these all to workers so that they will go and hide in their houses so they don't die unnecessarily. But that was a good haul for them. That was like almost 700 through just the night there, so that was very good for us. So in conclusion, I just thought I'd come out here and look at all these bags. This is just, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or so bags. So that's awesome. So in conclusion, like in real estate, okay, we got 4 right here. Location, location, location. So the better that we place this location of the camp, the bandit farm, in regards to how skilled our guys are versus how skilled or armored the bandits are going to be. I think there's like multiple bags are stacked on top of each other. This is crazy. Just look at this. I mean, this is awesome. So I think location is super important. You put it in the right spot, give them success. Like are all armored and geared here. The one thing I might do is I might actually add a foraging station for some stone and stuff, or just set up more deliveries and put a crafting table down so that they can repair their weapons. That's about the only thing I'm missing. But other than that, like, this actually is working out better than I thought it would be. So now we're up to 4150. They had another little skirmish while I was running over here. But this is pretty awesome. So the location is ideal. They can actually handle the volume that comes out of here. They are going to go down over time, and then you can just turn them off and then turn them back on. And then as we go to my other location here, this one was just a little bit too heavily armored and just too frequent for what we were trying to do there. So ideally, I think in the other location, I might need more, like 15 companions there, as well as maybe to get into beginners of tier 3 tech, but I'm only just at the introductory to tier 2. But we got to get more armor and gear on these guys as well, and that will only keep our farm going up. And we can also use that as a forward launching base for when we go to take out more of the bandits and more of the map. But I must say, I'm pretty happy with this farm location, especially this one. It is performing very well, and I'm looking forward to the free Renown for sure. So this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this little run through of my bandit farm. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I always appreciate it. If you have any tips or suggestions as well, please share those. I always like those as well. I love learning more about this game, and I just want to be better just like you guys. So it has been Dio from Permit Fair Gaming. Until next time, happy banditing, hunting, liberating, and all that fun stuff. And as always, please click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And don't forget to come find me on Twitch. Would love to see you there. So until next time, see you in the next video.